anybody that's in an intense level of leadership, they're gonna crash.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get burnout or bored or something. You're gonna burn everything into the ground.
Yep.
And you're gonna walk away because you can't handle the pressure.
That's right.
You don't know what to do. You don't know how to practically deal with this stuff on a daily basis. You don't know how to keep energizing your life to release the negative triggers, to release the BS stories that are holding you back.
Yep.
You don't know how to take care of your body every day.
Yep.
You don't know how to take care of your mind every day. You don't know how to take care of your relationships and your business every day. And that's what we're trying to help people do in these, right?
That's right.
Because that right there, because otherwise people will burn out. They will
right.
crash. They
That's
will
right.
die.
That's
like
right.
I call this a rehab center for leaders here sometimes with the company. We've had a lot of pastors or people I've actually known growing up with. It just happened I have to be surrounded in this world with a lot of people in the church world. But a lot of people get burnt out or they crash or the church world pushes them away. And it happens in any world. It happened in the business world. It happens in any world, right? And people crash because we don't know how to live this life of what it takes to actually run at a high level as a leader and sustain the pressure, the crap with the money, the crap with the people hating you, the crap with the people that bail on you, or the lies that get thrown at you, or the negativity you deal with, or just all the stuff, the lawsuits. Like there's always more issues to deal with, and it's like, how do you live this life? And the question is, how for you specifically, are you living this life to handle the pressure as you're building something from scratch? Doesn't matter if it's a church, doesn't matter if it's a business, doesn't matter if it's a new family, whatever it is. What do you do specifically for you to handle the pressure every single day? So you do not crash. So you are growing, you're learning the life lessons and applying those over and over at each stage you're going through as you're building you and your organization at the same time. So
that's a good question. And to put it into just plain English, plain just principle, I don't carry what's not mine. And so you're talking to a person who has a relationship with God, and I truly depend on Him for all of those things that are too heavy for me. It's kind of like whenever you go to the gym, right? So you go to the gym, and like for instance, I went back, a couple weeks ago, and so it's like, I get underneath the bench, back in my heyday, it's like, I could just put 225 on and, man, I'm about to get this thing, right? So I get on, and I push it up, and I'm like, all right, I set it up, do a couple of, little, pull-ups a little bit, and then I pull it off the rack, and I put it down, and I'm like, ooh, and I get stuck because it's too heavy for me. All of a sudden, a guy comes over, way bigger, way stronger than me, comes over, pulls it off my chest, right? And this is what happens many times in life and leadership, is that you pull off of the weight, you pull off stuff that's too heavy for you. It's too weighty for you. Maybe the pressure is too hard for you, and you think that you can do it all by yourself. And that's where most leaders fail, is because you're doing things by yourself. You're not truly trusting the cohort of people that are around you to literally carry stuff for you. And so I say every person needs a spotter. You need somebody who's stronger than you. You need somebody who's wiser than you. You need somebody who's been there for you. Like the other day, I went deep sea fishing for the very first time. Got a little bit of motion sickness, but we're not gonna talk about that. But went deep sea fishing and everything, and I was learning how to actually tie a rope and tie the line and everything. And so there's this guy, 68 years old, been, fishing for like 60 plus years. And he was showing us how to tie the line. He goes out 3 days a week deep sea fishing. And on his hands, there were all of these scars. And after, he began to tell us about all the stuff, how to set the hook, how to set the line, all those different things. I asked him about his scars, and he was like, these are the scars, from all of my many fishing adventures. Hey, this is where the hook caught me. This is where, I was pulling up a barracuda, and this is where it broke, and that's where the stick hit me. All of these different places. And I said, each one of us needs men with scars on their hands. People that have been there, that have done that went through the stuff, that went through the issues, that went through all of the crap, but still have been successful, and it has not deterred their passion for what they're actually doing. And so I don't carry things that don't belong to me. So as much as I can, I cast those things onto God, and I say, okay, what am I supposed to carry? What am I supposed to do? What's my responsibility? And then also I trust my mentors, the people that I can call on and say, hey man, listen, I'm going through this tough spot. Hey, I feel like quitting. I feel like throwing in the towel. What did you do when you went through this situation? And that person with the scarred hands will begin to just show me and tell me, hey, this is what it's going to do. This is what you need to do. This is where your mindset needs to be. So people that are going through stuff, leaders, if you're going through stuff, trust your team, trust your God, trust the people that are around you so that you can truly not carry the weight that you're not supposed to carry.